If spending money makes you anxious, if you feel guilty buying things for yourself, and if no amount of money ever feels like enough, you might not have a money problem. You might have financial trauma. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Johanna, and on this channel, we talk about healing financial trauma, rebuilding self-worth, and creating abundance from the inside out. Today, I want to talk about something that really changed my entire life once I finally understood it. The fact that most people who struggle with money are not lazy or stupid or irresponsible or broken. They are wounded. And there is a huge difference between that and being wounded. Financial trauma is what happens when money becomes emotionally tied to things like fear or shame, survival, control, rejection, instability, things like self-worth. And for many people, this started very early in childhood. Some people grew up, and maybe you can relate to this, hearing things like, oh, we can't afford that, or money doesn't grow on trees, or rich people are greedy, or they had to do something bad to become rich. Maybe money was used to control people emotionally. Living or growing up in an environment where you had to perform in order to be provided for, or watching a parent or co-parent go through that. For me personally, money carried pain. I grew up lower middle class. I was bullied in school because we didn't have money. And I also watched money become a tool for control and manipulation in my home. So, as an adult, even when I made money, my nervous system still felt unsafe. Money trauma doesn't just disappear. It doesn't just go away just because your income changes. And I saw that as my income increased, I still struggled to maintain stability because of previous set beliefs that I had had. This is where a lot of people misunderstand themselves, because financial trauma doesn't always look like you're broke. You could have money and still have financial trauma. Sometimes it looks like being overworked, or having burnout, or feeling guilt when you rest, or guilt for not doing enough. It can also be like panic or stress when you're spending. It could be constantly checking your bank account, or feeling attachment to the numbers in the bank account, reflecting your self-worth based on the numbers in your bank account. Also, staying in toxic relationships because of a financial fear or a fear of instability. It could look like sabotaging opportunities. It could look like undercharging or overspending to self-soothe. It could look like or feel like you're never doing enough no matter how hard you work. The worst part with all of this is that most people shame themselves for these behaviors instead of asking thoughtful questions to help rewrite the nervous system or the story that they're telling. What created this wounding pattern? This changed for me when I stopped treating my money issues like a math problem, and I started treating them like a nervous system problem. Because healing financial trauma, it's not just about budgeting. It's not hustling harder or repeating affirmations while your body still feels unsafe. Real healing, it happens when your mind, your body, and your identity are all in alignment and are all feeling safe. You have to feel safe receiving, holding, and keeping abundance. So, to start healing, trying to identify your money story is the first step. I want you to ask yourself, what did money mean in my childhood? What story did I hear in my childhood? What did I witness around money in my childhood? Did money mean stress? Did it result in arguments? Was it used for power or shame? Was money scarce? Did it mean abandonment? Because whatever money emotionally represented to you is likely still operating subconsciously today. I can't tell you how many clients I've had that told me that their father was always out of the home working, and for them, money meant that they didn't get to spend time with their family. And so now they associate that and they struggle to make money because it means that they won't be with their families. What does it look like for you? How was that story playing in your mind? What was your reality? Put words to it and contemplate how it showed up for you as you were growing and developing. Next, you have to stop attaching your worth to your productivity. This one is huge. A lot of people with financial trauma believe that I'm only valuable when I'm producing. They burn themselves out trying to earn love, safety, approval, or significance. Your worth is not measured by your exhaustion. And you have to remember that abundance flows much easier when your nervous system is not constantly in survival mode. In order to rewire your internal identity, you cannot build an abundant life while you are internally identifying as unsafe or powerless, lacking, or unworthy. At some point, healing becomes identity work. You have to start seeing yourself differently and not as someone trying to escape scarcity. You have to start seeing yourself as someone who is learning how to finally feel safe, supported, and whole. And honestly, I know what it feels like to sit there and wonder, why do I still feel afraid even when I'm trying so hard? I know what it feels like to work constantly and to still feel like you're behind, financially and emotionally. But I also know this: healing is possible. Not overnight, not through perfection, but through awareness, compassion, and nervous system healing, and slowly rebuilding your relationship with yourself. If this video resonated with you, let me know in the comments. What money beliefs are you currently trying to heal? And if you want more content about healing financial trauma, self-worth, abundance, and spirituality, make sure you subscribe, because that's what we talk about here. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.